All right. Welcome in. I feel like, look, I request at this point like a musical background. Which one? Give me a little. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, baby. Okay. And you are listening and watching MarketAbilities. It's a podcast launched by Growing Media Marketing. Hence, MGM podcast. Lucas Winkler in the house, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Along with Angie Wyatt. Hello, everyone.
It's me. It's Lucas.
It's Lucas.
Just in case you didn't know. I'm here.
You are here. What a week, man, right? Already, what a week.
Yeah, and I've only been here since like Tuesday.
You know what? I don't want to hear about your little Disney excursion, going down to Florida and being super happy in the sunshine.
I've already told you about it, so it's fine.
And I'm not at all bitter. No,
you're
not at all.
Bitter cold.
Yeah, bitter cold because I'm in Illinois.
Yeah, it got cold again because we live here.
So weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like Mother Nature and Old Man Winter. There's like a battle, and he's winning right now.
That's a conspiracy.
Is it?
I don't know.
They could make a movie about that.
They could. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So listen, we talk about it all of the time. What are the tips, the tricks, the things you need to know to get your business noticed? And it changes daily, folks. That's what I got to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, with how fast technology moves nowadays, it's crazy how much you're like, okay, this worked last week, but it's not really working this week.
Correct.
And that is actually terrifying sometimes, but also it's not that terrifying because you can pivot and you can, change direction anytime you need to.
You can. Do you think that they're going to mind that that's hanging down? Our audience, will you mind that that's hanging? Is that a distraction for you all?
I'll be honest, they probably didn't notice it until you pointed it out.
Well, I noticed it, guys, and even behind me I noticed. But you know what? Look away, look at us, listen to us. It'll be fine. The MGM podcast, MarketAbilities.
Sorry, everyone.
That's okay. Listen, maybe next time we'll have it fixed. That'll give you a reason to tune in. But we were faced with a question, actually two pretty cool questions this week because we follow trends. We like to look at things, see how they're performing. How are we doing for you? Primarily we are a video marketing production house. We're content creators.
For good reason.
Yeah.
Because video is king.
Video is king with clear, concise, precise, pristine audio.
Ooh, yeah.
You like
of course. That? Yeah.
I saw you commandeer the GM page this week just to talk about audio.
Did you like it when it cut out?
Yeah, that was cool.
And I was like, what's the point of the video if you
It's so true. It's so true. Although some people, at work, when you're not supposed to be on your computer, you're not listening to things. You're just watching, and hence the closed captioning we've had to do. So thanks for that, boss guy or boss man, that you don't want your people on their computers looking at stuff.
You don't want them procrastinating all their work.
Right. I'm going to clock in. I'm going to work about an hour and a half, but I'm here for 7. I'm here for it, So anyway, you do you, okay? But anyway, SEO, so search engine optimization. How do you accomplish this? What is it?
Yeah.
All those really cool things. People claim to sell it. They'll get you at the top of Google listing. What's been your experience with that, or what do you know about it?
So I'm actually not super knowledgeable at SEO, but
I'm not sold on it.
But here's the thing: is I do think it's important.
Very important.
I think it's important for specifically most businesses, but I think if you're again, I for whatever reason I always come back to the plumber analogy. But if you type in Southern Illinois plumber, right?
Sure, that's where we are.
You want to be at the top.
You want to be on the top
page.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because that's people are generally almost always just going to choose the first one. If you have good ratings, boom,
really?
They'll move on. Yeah.
See, I don't. I those sponsored ads and such, I don't.
If you have a plumbing emergency, no. I'm saying just at the top.
Oh, an emergency, right?
Yeah. You're just going to find
Stuff's
someone and just do it.
That is true. And the way you get to the top, there's a couple of different ways. And the way that we've always done business is we get you there organically because you stay there, right? Yeah. Through association with other pages, other businesses, social presence, the all-important video is king analogy that, we produce enough content. People are sharing your content. Google appreciates your content. You're falling in line with everything we're supposed to do, timing, all of that clarity, sound. I mean, they're judging every bit of it. But we do know you can buy SEO. You know, some people say, okay, I sell SEO, and we've purchased it, which means essentially people can go in, clean up your website, find those terms people are looking for, ensure that you're in line with everything that Google wants, and then they'll move you up in those rankings faster.
Yes, correct.
But I'm fairly certain, and I want people to tell me if I'm wrong, write in if I'm wrong, because everything I've read and everything that I've seen over 12 plus years of doing this, the moment you quit paying for that,
you drop.
You drop.
Yeah.
And you know, my philosophy has always been, get there through those reviews, get there the way Google tells you to, and it's all right there. There's certain steps you can take and things you need to do, and simplifying your website and making sure it makes sense, and sitemaps and all those things. You know, you do all of those things and you reach that, not pinnacle. There's always places you can go and things you can do to improve your online presence, but it's also just ensuring you check all those things off, and don't try to purchase it per se, because without the work, it's spiderware. It's not going to last.
Yeah, and I feel like you need to think long term rather than short term.
Yeah.
Unless that's just your goal. Like your goal is to sell your business or something in 6 months, you know, to an investor or something.
Yeah.
Right? But otherwise, like, you want to play the long term plan, which I think one good hack for SEO is definitely posting content on YouTube, because YouTube is obviously owned by Google. And so if you are constantly posting videos and then in the description linking back to your website and over again, it's going to boost your SEO.
Yes. Then maybe consider having someone write about your business and linking that particular conversation, those ratings, like you just said, Google ratings. If you're on Amazon, if you're, you know, YouTube, whatever, people are writing about you and maybe sharing the link, and that's why you do all of those things.
Yeah, and if you like, even if you can do like say like for us, if there's like a marketing blog, like a really famous one, if we could do like a guest post or whatever on it, and then link our website back to it, that's actually really good for your SEO. Oh, totally. Yeah.
Like who's the famous?
I actually don't know. I don't follow any of those. Like I know audio wise, there's a lot of those audio
famous people,
you know, blogs and stuff like that. And and I see them guest post on each other's websites all the time.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that.
Ranking.
I want to do that. If you're famous and you're watching or listening, we want to like tag, connect, launch, share. Right? You can move into the building. We have space. I mean, if you need an extra office, we have space. I mean, if you're famous, you can help. You know, we're all winners at that point.
We're all winners before that point.
We are. Yeah. You know what? Especially since you've been to Florida. You are winning, my friend.
I think we're going back too. So.
Yeah, and you got really smart real quick, and you bought the Fast Pass or the Celebrity Pass, or what pass did you get?
The Magic Pass.
Magic Pass.
It's Disney.
Oh, everything is magic.
Yeah, you have a magical day when you walk in.
Oh my gosh.
That's what they tell you, the staff.
How much did you get paid to say that? Somebody just paid you to say that.
No.
They didn't?
I wish.
That's crap. And that's an ugly word, sorry. But that's dung, Disney. Like, look, if we're talking about you, pay the guy. Let him come in. I think he wants to come back like in July or something. You want to go back in July?
Which is like the hottest month. So
yeah, so it's fine. Brutal. Give him the tickets. Let him go and let him watch.
Sweat.
Does the person still fly from the castle, or is it a princess? She comes down on the thing
in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
They didn't do that when I was there.
What?
They did the fireworks though, which was really cool.
She flew out of that castle.
She may have, but I wasn't. We weren't. Whenever all that was going down, we were riding rides. We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Tinkerbell, maybe. Is it Tinkerbell? She Disney?
I don't know. Someone tell us.
Yeah. Again, I'm not feeling very magic, so I need some stories. And hey, we can link, and that'll help us. We'll all link to one another. But you know, the key is here's a solid marketing plan. Because the other thing we talked about this week is tuning into podcasts and not having them deliver content. So that's something we try to do, is give you a little bit of content to think about, even a lot of it some days. You know, take it, use some of it, use all of it. But the key is your story, getting out there. The more you can share it, your website's going to follow, your social pages are going to follow. Ultimately, the customers will follow, and you're making your way to the bank, baby.
Yeah. I think, I mean, it's, video is always going to be king.
Yeah.
Content is king.
Yeah.
And if you can somewhere integrate your links into that content, like I said, on YouTube, on each post, or each video, if you link back to your website, that's really good for your SEO.
Yeah.
On Facebook and Instagram, not so much, because Facebook and Instagram don't like it when you link to off of their website.
Oh, of course not.
For whatever reason. So put it like in your description, and then just tell people to like go to your description.
Go to the description, the bio, check us out. That kind of thing. I mean, we're here, guys. We can offer advice. The other thing that we're faced with today, or earlier this week, let's talk about this a little bit. People choose platforms for whatever reason to build their websites, right? There's Wix, there's Squarespace, tons of places for you.
WordPress.
Yeah. People like to just drop and drag or plug in or whatever.
Yeah, that's like for me, because I built my own websites.
Okay.
And if I couldn't drag and drop and do all that stuff, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. I've botched several in my day because I try to drop and drag too much apparently, and it drags on top of each other, and it's just a jumbled mess. But we have people in house who can help you with that. But it was a suggestion. Because again, it's a product-based business and brand new, patented idea, and there's nothing else out there like it. And they thought a simple change would be to move it from a Wix or another platform to Shopify.
Yeah.
Why? Are there results that say that that's the thing to do?
Shopify is literally built for e-commerce.
Okay, just for the product.
That's literally it. And so they have these templates, and they have it all set up for, if someone wants to like show up on the website, it encourages them to buy.
Okay.
Just their natural templates and how they formulate the websites.
Okay.
So that's why, people rave about Shopify because of that.
Well, are you forced to give up your other website, or can you have both?
You can have both, but you need to have URLs.
Okay.
Or you need to, you need to have the URLs for each. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the other thing we're dealing with this week is, there are those people out there, if they get wind that you might name something, and they're like, we're buying something.com. We're going to buy something.net. We're going to buy something everything.
I am one of those people.
You do? You buy up URLs?
I have lots of URLs.
Okay. That's ridiculous. You're that guy?
Yeah. I'm waiting for one of them to take off. So
are you going to hold it for ransom?
For sure.
How much do you charge?
It just depends on what it is.
What's this one you're holding? How much are you going to sell it for?
To be fair, this is Jacob's idea.
Jacob. Moisturize Jacob?
No, yes, moisturizing Jacob. I don't know what episode that is, but if you guys go back far enough,
you got to go back and watch that one. It was so good. Yeah.
Anyways, it was actually another good quote from him.
Okay.
He said, "Avoid Maryland." You remember that?
Shoot, boy.
And so I bought avoidmaryland.com.
You did not.
Because think about it. Something may happen in Maryland one day.
So good.
And then I have the URL that says avoid Maryland. Someone's going to want it. Even if I make $1,000 or something like that. Like, not even that much.
Why do I think Jacob would buy that URL? Like, he would find that very attractive to buy that from you. Because he is the avoid Maryland for whatever he didn't really even have a reason to avoid Maryland that day, did he? He said you just
he
don't
just
want to
said
go.
it.
Yeah, it was so random. Gosh, it was random. Yeah, but here's the thing. They've got you. Like right now for this particular product that we have that we're launching, we bought what was available. And we've gotten a couple of emails that someone claims to have it, the more desirable URL. But we've gone down the rabbit hole and so far, no luck. So there are other ways and other investigations that can be done, I guess, and find out. Now, I will tell you that when we were contacted 3 years ago when this thing was in development, and this lady said she had it and she would sell it. It was a pretty hefty price tag, I think $2,600. And I mean, not huge, but not a drop in the bucket, and surely not for somebody who's starting from the ground up, you know, and they're already out a lot of money for development and mass production and that type thing. So I reached out, and guess what? It was returned to me, the email. So she either wasn't real, or, I mean, that's a big risk you take as well, right? What if you pay this person, they really don't have it? Or do you not pay for it?
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what are you going to do?
You just call the police on them.
You don't know where they are. It's the internet.
They can still track it.
You can't? They can? Okay.
Yeah, as long as it's like done through like PayPal. Or,
okay.
Some sort of transaction thing where the buyer is protected. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the way to do that then. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So those have been some problems we've faced, or what?
Well, and like I told you, like you can hire someone at like, for example, GoDaddy.
Oh yeah.
Who will go out and do the negotiation for you and find it and contact the person, and you have to pay them obviously a certain fee.
Why?
But because they're working for you.
Okay.
They're doing the negotiation for you.
Hey, thanks.
They at least get a cut.
But how much?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never had to have that happen.
You're waiting for somebody to buy or be looking for.
I am so ready. Sorry to negotiate over a domain name.
Oh, what else did you buy? Avoid all the states? Did you do that?
Honestly, I don't know. I'd have to pull up my GoDaddy account.
You just randomly buy. You're that guy. Yeah. I always wondered who the heck was sitting around doing that.
$10 a year or something. I
thought it was like $2 at one point.
I mean, I'm probably at this point spending $400 a year on domains. Yeah.
I bet you bought AngieWyatt.com.
I should have. LucasWinkler.com is taken, and I cannot get it. I've contacted the guy. No, you don't, because I've been to the website. It's some random dude who built it years ago, and I can't get a hold of him.
That's frustrating. Yeah, that's really frustrating. And well, it was interesting because when we started out growing media marketing, we wanted like growing media. We're going to buy everything, right? And we logged on, and growingmedia.com is actually a plant-based, like a nursery or something. Yeah. And I mean, they look like they're overseas, and they look like they're not really doing much with it.
Sure.
So, we'd like it. We would like that.
Yeah.
If they're willing to just give it to us.
I'll cut that out and send it to him.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, so, here's the deal. If we don't know it, we'll go in search of it. And then as soon as we find the answer, it's going to change. So, I mean, that's the business of marketing. And, the other thing, we've talked about it. We're going to talk about it in our next podcast. What are the trends? I mean, what are people doing? And I'm telling you what, there's a hold fast. There's a steady pace towards the remote, what do you call it? Desire to work remotely, or even, what is it when it's both in and out of the office? That's called I'm drawing a blank here.
Sure, like a coworker.
No, it's like when you choose to do some remote and some in office. Hybrid, like is it a hybrid?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's a hybrid way of doing business. E-commerce, like Lucas said, if you got to know what you're doing there, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of money to be made on that. And then, geez, dudes, I bet I was served up a half dozen ads this week for knowledge commerce again. Just people wanting you to pay for what they know.
Yeah.
And some of it was desirable.
It's probably good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of it actually probably is really, really good.
And I got to credit those folks too. If I ever sit down one day and Bob Dotson did it very well in a hard copy, a book where he was a longtime journalist and just chronicled those stories that he did and all those interesting people that he met. And that to me, I think people would pay for that. I could do that. I could talk about like almost dying on a mountain one time, like never go there. And even if they call you an extreme reporter, you're probably not. Like, don't go because it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And then what else could we talk about? Like a variety show, having that weekly. And then we could talk about having a podcast. And what else would people buy? How to steal URLs or what?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like how to get good deals on domains. I mean,
I'd buy that.
Yeah, I mean, people will buy knowledge about anything. I mean, we'll get into it in the next podcast.
Okay, we're going to get in it in the next podcast. So stay tuned. But listen, we want to hear from you guys. Let us know maybe your experience with SEO. If you, that's one of the big trials and tribulations over the years. People will stop into our agency and say, "I've had it. I've had enough. This person promised me SEO," and it's like, man, that's hard to promise.
Yeah.
SEO and being number one on the search engine.
Especially whenever Google will decide to just change how their SEO works within their search engines whenever they want.
Yep, no doubt. So maybe don't promise something that you can't deliver because apparently it's happening more often than not.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying. All right, look, we're going to try to get this cord hidden for the next podcast, and I'm excited about that. What?
I'm going to pull more out.
Look, we look tacky. We don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So just pretend like you can't see the cord that's hanging down. Okay? All right. right, guys, growingmediamarketing.com. We're here for you. Try to give you a little bit of that information that you need each and every time. So we hope to see you, next Monday? We launch. Yeah. We give it to them on Mondays. Yeah, learn, develop, and launch on Mondays. Yep. We'll be here. We hope you are too. Bye.
Bye.